You have to face the truth sometime.
This is fancy. What's going on here?
Oh, it's cheaper than rendering backgrounds. They didn't have to
At least
draw
they
a new...
made it in focus this time.
That is true.
Wait, well, or deliberately not, as the case may be.
Yep. So we've still got the poison in our veins.
I mean, why did you not just kill him?
Because villains never just kill them. It's always, I have to make you suffer as I suffered, or I have to show you why I'm right and you're wrong.
Or that's ruined the story.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, if she just stabbed him in the eye and killed him outright with 2 chapters left, it'd be kind of...
No,
Would
because...
Selina become the new Batman? Would Harvey become the new Batman?
Yes.
Oswald?
Any of them could stand out. I'd like it to be Penguin.
Hey, so I'm now in that room from the beginning of Dark City.
Is that an option to go back to bed?
I'm very much looking forward to Richard O'Brien showing up. Alright, let's have a look at this rusty car.
God, I hope it's mine.
Look,
That's
all
my-
that matters is it's someone's blood, okay?
Someone called Rusty Cott. That's a camera. Yeah.
Yeah. It's doing an amazing job because if I stand here, it's not looking at me. If I stand here, it's not looking at me. I might just be in its field of view over
It's
here,
got a wire-
but essentially, it's looking at a bed. A rusty bed.
Maybe like a fisheye lens, and there's maybe a mirror on the back wall. Or maybe they don't think anything interesting over there by that thing you might be able to turn but probably can't.
Well, there's a broken wall.
Someone was angry.
Looks like someone was angry.
It could be anyone. It looks an old place. There's no tiles on the floor. Oh, there are tiles on the floor. Alright.
We'll have a look at the jumpsuit, but I want Bruce walking around in his pants.
Arkham Asylum.
I always thought this is your way. Pants man.
We'll have a look at the cell door.
Oh.
Oh, really? Is the door of this cell in an asylum locked? Really? Is it, Bruce?
Might not have been.
See, now this is what I mean about choice.
You're assuming he's in Arkham Asylum. I know it says it on the suit, but
That is true. I could be anywhere.
I could have planted that there. He could be in someone's shed.
So now, I put on the jumpsuit because there's no other actual choice. And no matter what you do or with more order, this will always be the same. I wanted Bruce to be Pants Man. The pair of pants on his head and just walking around in his pants, fighting crime.
Any capes?
Cape made of pants, maybe.
Ooh.
Does he want his lawyer or why is he here?
I don't know why he's here.
Why is
Tell
he
me why I'm in
here?
Arkham Asylum for a start.
I mean, I just had a dream I'd beat up the Penguin after being drugged by Vicky Vale / Lady Arkham, but, you know,
It's probably a dream, though, isn't it?
Landed you here.
Probably had a night on the slosh.
Any of this ringing a bell?
any of this
Might as well
ringing
get
a bell.
comfortable.
Oh.
This is your home now.
I mean, to be fair, my father paid for this place, so I might as well enjoy it as a hotel. Might as well enjoy its luxuries. Oh, okay.
Money for...
Well, I'm going to beat
Catches.
these guys up, am I?
As you were. You look just like him.
No, you're still drugged up. Probably can't even throw a punch.
How he sent me here, left me to rot in this goddamn hell.
It should be an option to turn that thing on the wall and let steam shoot out in front of him.
You really don't want to.
There you go, that's quite Batman-y.
Damn thing about me, Wayne.
Luckily, the camera can't pick him up at that angle, so it's quite good.
Yeah, absolutely. You do a lot more than this in the Arkham games when you're.
This is not the
In
Arkham
Arkham.
game. I just want to point out different games.
Yeah.
This is about moving a story along in minorly different ways.
In massively different ways. The story in Arkham Asylum is extremely well told and captivating. The story of this
I'm quite
is
captivated by this.
just told.
We've had some twists and turns. I didn't see things coming. I've gone my own way with it. You've gone your own way with it. It's enjoyable. And whoa, see? Yeah, thunk it. To be honest, I didn't know he was in this until I knew he was in the season 2. I didn't know he was in season 1.
You don't look so grand.
I thought maybe they'll keep the Joker out of a Batman thing for once, but no. I'm assuming he's the Joker. He's got green hair.
I'm pretty sure that's their version of Hugo Strange. It looks more like Hugo Strange than Joker to me.
Oh, maybe.
Was it you? Of course not. It was mostly over by the time I
I've
got
got to keep the pink undershirt though. Sorry, purple undershirt.
Of course.
Right, buddy?
Oh, they got a swinging light.
Is that really what happened?
Go on, tell her.
Don't bump the lamp.
It was all a blur.
I don't really know what happened. It was all a
Fencer.
blur.
Seems like you could have experienced
Well,
another
we've still got the blue. Our arm is still made of Stilton. And
What? Oh, I see. Yes, yes.
blue veins.
Oh, God.
So, I'm not quite sure what's going on.
could cause some excitement.
I think you could take her.
I didn't expect it to happen so fast.
I mean,
I'll do my best.
I'm fairly certain Batman could take this untrained woman. But,
Never assume.
Am I right?
Come to me.
I
appreciate
can
that.
handle myself.
I'd go get a good side. I'd be like nice to her.
Defend yourself quite well.
Might be able to weasel my way out.
Better to play it safe.
Well, at this point, Bruce would want to lock it all down, in his head, keep himself as isolated as possible, figure out a way out.
Head of psychiatry. I'll be
So-
overseeing your case personally.
Okay.
We'll get you transferred to a new room.
I always-
one that doesn't have your.
I'm not too keen on the Joker model. I think he looks a little bit like a monkey.
I'm sorry, I don't think I ever got
Can you see it?
I don't mind it. I think if once he's got his lipstick on, I think
the
he'll look
lipstick
fine.
I think the lipstick is essential to making him pop.
But that's the sort of face shape I always associate with the Joker. And I do like that his voice is a little bit Jack Nicholson-y. It's very One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Well, I mean,
John is one of our most improved.
it's not like
Been with
this
us for quite some time.
isn't going to have a scene in Asylum and not strongly reference something else, because it's not, to do something original would show creativity, and this is not.
I'm gonna be honest. I was watching that scene and going, "Do they usually have like a chest of drawers in a asylum?" Because it was the only bit of furniture, and it stuck out to me. I don't know if that's a thing or if they should have more. I don't know. It does love a lamp.
Like, why can they not afford working light bulbs? It's just for effect. It's silly. And now it's working fine, by the way, because it's harder to do that lighting thing when you're not in a cutscene.
the light bulb works fine. It's the electric which is the problem. It's an old building.
We're in the max security ward.
You are powering him walk
simple.
along there. I can tell that because he's not doing it very efficiently.
Do they keep stopping waiting for me?
Yes.
Or would they stop anyway? I think they'd stop anyway.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, I'm quite near that. Oh, he's got coronavirus!
Gotta be more careful, Bruce.
So his mask on. I mean, his mask would do nothing, but it's the anti-bat mask as you were.
So, what Batman villain do you think he is?
That
Can't
one.
taste anything. He has an absence of taste. Is there anyone who that
That's Polka Dot Man. He's got an absence of taste.
Fuck, that was the joke I was going to make. Well done.
Is it anyone in particular?
No, I don't think so.
You had to teach me how to.
Someone's watched the Suicide Squad trailer.
Ages
No
ago.
shoving, no running in the halls.
I haven't. What's your opinion on that, by the way?
I think that's
Suicide
Maxi Zeus. He looks like Maxi Zeus.
They don't like it when you try to use the phone.
That's because
Squad. I vaguely remember him from the cartoon.
no exceptions.
Yeah, he was pretty good in Batman the Animated Series. By the way, you do realise that at the end of one of our episodes, you do refer to this as Batman the Animated Series, right?
That's how we open this entire thing.
I'll come by.
That's our opening line.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
I happened to accidentally click on our first episode this morning,
Nice.
and it starts with "This is Batman the Animated Series," and you go, "No, it isn't." So it's nice that we're carrying on the way we started.
So, episode 4, Welcome to Arkham Asylum. I don't know if that's what it's actually called.
No, it's
but
called Gotham something or other. Gotham Guardians or something. There's that guy. There's the guy. Who I did find out the name of.
Hey, we just saw that Maxi Zeus looking guy in his cell. How is he here now?
He has the powers of a god.
He's fine.
You said teleportation was a thing in Gotham.
I did. There's Zaz. Look, there's the ventriloquist.
Yes, he's one of my favourites. I don't know why he's one of my favourites, but I've always liked him.
He's the ventriloquist?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a magnificent character.
I've never seen much with him in.
I'm a very, very big fan.
And I was very happy in Gotham when he finally made an appearance because I kept thinking he was going to turn up.
I never thought we'd see him, and that delighted me. Especially the way they really slowly did it. Because that guy was like a minor character for quite some time.
Yeah.
His favorite
I love that show.
on. Never misses it. All right, friendo.
He's actually watching White Noise. We just happen to keep coming at the bits where the movie's on static. Do you remember that? It's tangentially linked because it starred Michael Keaton,
Never fear, though.
who was Batman.
It sounds... There's a little thing in my brain lighting up, but I don't remember it.
White Noise was a good movie ruined by a fucking appalling ending. Basically, his wife and kid died in a car accident, and he's listening to... He gets obsessed with the idea that he can hear them from beyond the grave by listening to radio static.
Oh, right, okay.
So... Oh, it's Billy, it's not Maxie Zeus. So let's have a quick word with Bill.
Is it Billy Zeus?
You got a bad case of the mind knives.
Now, Billy was from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah, again, this isn't going to be overly original.
Or possibly the spaced version of it. I think it's the spaced version of it.
I've been rewatching Spaced. It's so goddamn good.
We made it to the
Right, let's
asylum.
go have a quick word with Zaz.
He's playing chess. You can't interrupt him when he plays chess.
Zaz is a really sad story, actually.
You've got quite a reputation.
Basically, in most of the outside media and in the comics, he's just been boiled down to stabby, scars himself.
Yeah.
Whereas
So what's the deal with
in the comics, he was actually a proper serial killer. He was he was almost like Dexter, but without the moral code thing. He just liked stalking and killing, and he wanted to prove he was smarter than everyone, and he kind of wangled his way to be almost half running the new Arkham when they introduced Jeremiah Arkham for the first time, and he was sneaking out and killing and leaving clues for Batman that it was not like the Riddler, but literally clues that it was him, and trying to prove that he was the smartest smartest guy in Gotham. It was really interesting, and he had a couple of interesting stories after that, and then he's just become just a mindless serial killer, kind of a third tier villain ever since, which is a real shame because he had a lot of potential. His first couple of stories are really interesting.
Well, here he's mentioned, he's giving reasons for killing people. He's not like saying it's mindless. He's saying this person deserved it, this person wanted it.
So we're going to talk to... So we're not going to ask these people about the key, because I'm assuming doing something with the key is what's going to...
I gotta keep my eye on this guy.
end the scene.
Oh, it's Jeff. Yeah, I was watching something the other day, and it referred to him as a character name, like he was a known character, and I can't remember what it was. It began with a B. Bone Breaker? Something like that? Is he in that character?
Not one that I'm immediately
Okay. I'm
aware
sure
of.
I heard him refer to that in something.
What? That character
That
in something
zombie
else?
guy. No, that... I can't remember what it was. It might have been reading a review of this game. I don't know.
I think I said it in the earlier one. They might be making him Solomon Grundy, but...
Oh, hope not.
That's the thing he most looks like, to me.
No, I don't like that. To me, Solomon Grundy should look like knockoff Hulk, really.
Well, Solomon Grundy never used to be that big, and he used to be all about the evil. Right, I wasn't paying any attention to the key thing, so I'm not sure what to do with it. I'm not sure if we're opening the cabinet or opening the door with it. But basically, Joker is trying to manipulate us into... I'm sorry, John Doe is trying to manipulate us into doing something, and basically I'm stalling for time while I decide what to do. But I'm still, quote-unquote, playing... Huge quote marks, the game, because, you know, I'm looking around, I'm doing things. So,
Arkham Asylum.
Harvey had me committed. That's a nice little plot detail. So, he's being manipulated.
Two-faced.
No, he isn't. Because look, he's still got all of his face.
No. Metaphorically, he's two-faced. He's backstabbing him.
We used to be friends. Now we need to be careful here
Used to bring me roses.
because Batman, again, he should be going on lockdown now. He should not be talking to anyone, but I want to show off a bit more of what you can do in this game. So we'll talk a little more.
Except for using keys.
Yeah, well, that's going to end the scene. So that's
All the
less
key
fun, I think.
action.
So what we'll do is we'll
We will find these terrorists. Their stockpile of
make our decision after this.
Okay.
So
this Lady Arkham before they can strike again.
Now, this is good television.
okie dokes. Is this going to end?
Is this ever going to end? He's doing a big grin.
This isn't a joke.
That
seems like
makes
it.
sense.
I mean,
Joke.
Batman has probably said this isn't a joke to the Joker about 3 million times. So
Well, he's just met the guy. He needs to get it out.
yeah.
Tragically, there's still
Oh.
no sign of Gotham
Vicky's missing.
reporter Vicky Vale after her mysterious
On a lovely
Yeah.
bench. Did Batman take that photo? Because he was there. Right
Yeah,
there.
right.
I think we both know she's quite the lady, right, Bruce?
Wait. You know that
What?
Vicky is... Tell me what you know.
You want to
That is so dumb in this.
Got your revenge just like you got your revenge on Cobblepot? Publicly and dramatically.
He's you. You're playing him. He's as dumb as you want him to be.
No, he rarely has any
Your
particular.
information's good. We'll see.
He's just always surprised by things. And I know they're trying to.
I've been watching you for a while.
I think it's part of the gameplay mechanic. It has to give you a moment to think about your answer. So if
Yeah.
he just goes snapping and decision, oh, sorry.
When you attacked Oswald, I could tell.
Oh,
you
rampagey
enjoyed
Bruce.
it.
Yeah. Bat Rampage.
If those cops hadn't dragged you off of him, that
No, that was the drugs.
Me. Was just pumped
I don't
full
know
of
what you
her
don't know me.
drugs.
I should be going with ... to be honest, but whatever.
Never go with ...
I know that. Well, that's not going to make for a very fun playthrough, is it? So,
Well, it will show you what the game makers wanted you to do, presumably. Unless they just went, right, we're going to really ruin this story for anyone that doesn't actually interact with it.
yeah, if you click ... for everything, like Catwoman's not in the rest of it, nor is Two-Face or Penguin. It's just Bruce walking around his mansion chatting to Alfred.
I would love a version of this game where it is just that. And he never, ever upsets Harvey or Selena. The Arkham... He's very fresh friends with Vicky. He doesn't say no comment to Vicky. So she doesn't stab him. Never meets... Yeah, none of this happens.
They were gonna blow the whistle on the whole thing soon.
Probably got his bagel on.
Well, pop, pop.
See, so Joker is giving us a huge exposition dump, provided he's telling the truth. But I'm pretty sure this is where you first get that information dump.
Tragedy can drive people to do some pretty dark stuff.
Don't try to make this about me.
Of course.
Because
it's
I mean,
about
it is
you,
all
Bruce.
about Bruce, obviously. But
I'm coming round to his face. I quite like his face. Oh, except for there. It looked good. It's better when he's smiling.
what, Joker or
Yeah, Joker. Oh, no, not Archer. No,
Yeah.
I'm not going for that.
You see, I know what you really are.
so I just think the lipstick would set it off. I just think it doesn't. There's something about it that doesn't quite work for me.
I've always wanted you to say that phrase. The lipstick would set it off. That's a nail polish. Why doesn't he accessorise more?
Hey, I used to say that a lot when I was a goth. So
You can use black lips if you want.
You're Bruce Wayne. The Waynes always
used to love my black lipstick and my black nail polish.
is a phone call.
Bit of eyeliner.
Well, sure.
Gothing it up.
No phone, I can...
Is it eyeliner or guy liner? Or show eyeliner? Oh,
It
sad
was
sock.
on me, so it's technically guyliner, I guess. But I just bought shit from Tesco.
You're
As long as it was
gonna
black.
owe me a favor, okay?
You're gonna owe me a favour. That seems highly unlikely.
I would say
No,
no. Yes, don't say that.
I'm not
that's
doing
not gonna happen.
But what would the favour be if you say yes?
And here I
Well, I mean ice cream.
getting along so well.
He needs some lipstick.
Yes. Oh yeah, I want my commissary. Get that sorted out. I know this is an asylum, not a prison, but same thing.
Yeah, in Batman's world, it is exactly the same thing.
Away from that gate.
But this is one of the reasons, like, when I was a kid, and you had Batman the Animated Series. Now, I don't know if you know this, but Arkham was quite rarely used until the late 80s, very early 90s, just for Batman the Animated Series. It was just a hospital.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then it got a lot of use in Batman the Animated Series, and rightfully so. But in Batman the Animated Series, it was like an old Gothic mansion. And then they used that to match it in the comics. And while I liked that when I was younger, I really have disliked it since I got a little bit older, because it's so shit. Like, why would stop the fighting? Why would they basically? Why would the people of Gotham? Why would Gotham Municipal Council or whatever it is, the governing bodies? Why would they allow some manky, old, easily escapable castle to be used as a high-end medical facility for the most dangerous people in all of Gotham?
They don't have a big grasp on mental health in the community, and they're just looking to get cheap. They have this building lying around.
You just stabbed me in the eye. I was prophetic when I was talking about Vicky Allen.
Pretty grisly scene in there. Multiple stabbings.
Oh, that's cute. They called it A Serious House because the seminal novel by graphic novel by Grant Morrison and is it Dave McKean?
It could be Dave McKean. I wouldn't want to exert my expertise on that.
I think it's Dave McKean. It's called Arkham Asylum: A Serious House on a Serious Earth.
We're going to look into it further before I feel.
And it's quite good. It's also very silly, but it's quite good. It was radically different for anything at the time, and the art is stunning because that guy, I'm pretty sure it's Dave McKean, did it.
Oh, hang on.
What?
Seems you have a visit.
So you're being collected by Alfred. Okay, little aside.
Yeah.
I have played this bit ahead of time. Played it very differently. Used the key, made the phone call to Alfred, didn't stop the fight, and I escaped. Alfred still comes and gets you. However, it's on Gordon's advice, because you spoke to Gordon on the phone. So, well, that was a waste of time then, wasn't it?
Illusion of choice.
I don't think it is happening differently, but yes, obviously you've got to get to the next scene. I'm not going to create all these backgrounds for no.
I'll get a second opinion.
I said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, Alfred.
They've not figured out the thing that I, as Batman, have already told the police and have cured on Montoya. So they've not, like, clearly Bruce's veins are blue. Like, you can very clearly see that.
We did cure her, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not like this isn't known about. The police obviously arrested Bruce and Oswald had him sent to Arkham. So
that is very true.
You know, that they are clearly really shit at their jobs. Now, here's the thing. I remembered that being the whole chapter.
But no, there's more.
Yeah, I thought the entire chapter was Bruce in Arkham.
Maybe you spent more longer doing stuff. Maybe watch telly for a bit. Watch some White Noise with Michael Keaton.
Yeah, so obviously in my mind it got...
well, that just indicates the rest of the episode's boring then. You didn't remember any of it. Stay tuned. Oh, I guess sit in the back.
Look, man, even though Alfred is the father figure, we love him dearly, and he's come to bail us out of this, he still needs to know his fucking place. He's the butler, he's the driver, he drives. It's Batman's turn.
If I was Alfred, I'd be like, I get to drive up front. Yeah, I mean, no one gets to drive down the back, really. But it's like, I'm banishing you to the back man. Stay there and pass me some sweets. Oh, I thought he was going to get some sweets.
Selina. Good to know, Miss.
No dick pic from her.
She hasn't got one.
She has
Oh,
a
does she in
collection.
this continuity?
She has
To be
robbed a
fair-
collection of dick pics from the gallery.
Fuck it, I'm gonna get flirty now. Dent is out of the picture. Fuck it.
I like seeing your line.
Honourable. I want back
to a
now.
point. And it's like, well, can't be saved.
He's welcome to try. I'll be fine. By the way, is their offer still on the table? Yeah. So what I was going to say is, we've unnecessarily seen her in her pants quite a lot. So I'm pretty sure there's no dick there, or we'd have seen it. Like, Bruce has got a bulge when he's in his pants.
I'm fairly sure in that leather catsuit she wears,
let's
I'd still be able to see
let's
the
have
dick.
a chat with Harvey. Hi,
Oh,
Harv.
why not?
Which one am I talking to today?
The streets of Gotham are a dangerous place for someone like you right
Oh,
now.
is that a threat, Mr.
We'll
Mayor?
figure that out. Eventually.
Goons won't help.
Back off, Harvey.
Just leave me the hell alone, Harvey. Trust me, it'll be easier for you in the long run.
I made you, I can unmake you.
If you want to get ugly, well, that can be arranged.
Ugly like your half a face that isn't burned off. Fuck! That doesn't work in this continuity, does it?
But he is two-faced. We've established that.
He has his split personality.
Yeah, that'll do. That's good enough.
He's not two-faced, though, because he's not exactly stabbing Bruce in the back. He's stabbing him in the front.
In the comics, would you say he does... Because in this, he very clearly has two personalities and they're talking to each other.
Yes.
Does he have that in the comics?
Yes.
Okay.
On and off.
Side note, top left corner. Harvey, remember that. My
Yeah.
playthrough, it says Two-Face will remember that.
Now, did he have half his face burned off, though?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, so...
But he doesn't refer to him as Two-Face.
Yeah, in the comics, the split personality thing, basically... Basically, he was just evil all the time. And it was... it's her decision. He's evil all the time because he got scarred and that made him evil, and when he gets healed, he's fine. So it implies the two personalities. It's just one is always... The evil one, Two-Face, if you will, is always dominant. But the coin is what allows Harvey to get any kind of control, so Two-Face won't do something evil if the quiz comes up good side up.
Nice.
However, from the late 80s onwards, they started working the more psychological edge. So there were two personalities that worked, that kind of both came out at the same time, and they were flipping for dominance. In prestige formats and special miniseries, but not really in the main comics. He was just evil Harv all the time. And then after the 2000s, it's been worked. Do you have one? It's been worked a lot more. It's two personalities, and the coin of the flip allows good Harv to come out or bad Harv to come out, and from there on they're fourth. So the answer to your question is yes, with a massive asterisk.
I appreciate that.
The answer is yes, with a Wikipedia article explaining why.
Thank you for linking me to that. Right, what's the storyline behind that woman, behind that guy?
You'll be the next Cobblepot.
That.
Oh, she's just someone that's filming stuff. Okay.
I don't want any trouble. Wind up the window then, you rich douche.
I haven't showered in 3 days.
I don't. The power of windows does not mean people stop seeing you and talking to you. Unless it's a black window, obviously.
I mean, it'd help though, wouldn't it?
No, it's equivalent to holding your hand up and going, nah.
I'm really annoyed that I can't think of the character who I was going to name her and make a joke with. That's just pissing me off now.
They should lock you up.
Wait, did he just teleport to the other side of the car?
No, that's a new character. He's coming straight from Tony Hawk, I think. Well, that was a teleport. Oh, it is. No, they are different characters.
Nowhere to run, dirtbag.
Next one won't be a warning shot.
Just focus on one person would be great.
It's so badly optimized. It's literally focusing on the building behind all of the
Look,
characters.
it's focused on all three of those then. 4 of those.
Yeah.
We could make a little donation to me and my boys to help us stay well funded.
Do you think Batman is going to fucking pay a bribe?
He's Bruce now.
They've got us blocked in.
It'd be the easiest way out of the situation, and he's got the money. Why not?
What would you like to do?
Because Batman isn't corrupt. We're going to ram that motherfucking barricade. This isn't the Batmobile. Oh, good thing he just said that in public in front of all of these people. Oh no! There was a small wooden fence. What a barricade.
See, he had been filmed by that woman. He would have been filmed giving a donation to some local peacekeepers.
He'd be filmed paying a bribe. Also, right, throughout that scene, I don't know if you noticed, but he was repeatedly being taken over by the serum in his veins.
Yes.
So...
Oh, I noticed.
You know. So also, him suddenly shouting, "Ram the barricade," is in character for the scene. As John Doe said, he believes it accentuates what you want to do. Well, Bruce's thought wouldn't be, "I'll pay a bribe," because Bruce doesn't pay bribes. It's like, Batman this shit up, drive the fuck through that barricade immediately.
I like the fact Alfred didn't question it. He's like, "Yep, I'm in there."
Like I say, Bruce keeps him in his place.
Yeah, I think Alfred would go wild more often if he didn't keep him in his place.
Absolutely.
To the Batcave.
Do you think he has Bat elevator music?
Oh, I
in
really hope so.
In the comics, it's stairs. There's a staircase down to the Batcave. In the 60s show, of course, there was a pole, which I think went. So
I'm not sure the pole did that.
Yeah, I think it's exactly
that. Was in universe, was it? That was actually happening.
Do you think just in the back of this, like, just playing in the background of the lift, like on
Why are you doing the Doctor Who music?
That's the Batman theme. Oh, I should have gone with "There's No Time," but funnily enough, I was running out of time and I panicked.
He's still freaking out.
Stop calling him Al.
We've covered this.
Yes, Alfred is right.
Just focus on getting my head clear first.
Oh, there's a guy there. Oh no, it's not a guy.
Yeah. So let's just deal with the antitoxin. And
what about the toxin?
Alfred's going to load up the computer and just let me do all the work. Anyway,
that's what butlers are for. Booters.
Okay. So we're going to do this in the next chapter. I was waiting for that fucking cutscene to end. I didn't think that was ever going to end. We'll see you next part, and then we'll cure Bruce. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Love it.
I'm Batman.
He's not Batman.